Good morning friends, this is me Prashant and today we will talk about the coordinate geometry. So what is coordinate geometry? Before understanding the coordinate geometry, we have to first understand about quadrant. So I am going to plot a quadrant. Here you can see that I am going to plot a quadrant. So this is called a quadrant. I have to write the name of the axis as we all know that we have tried to plot graphs many times. So this is called the x-axis and this is called the y-axis. This is called the negative direction of x-axis and this is called the negative direction of y-axis. Alright, always remember friends, in the terms of coordinate geometry, we have to represent the address in the terms of x-axis and y-axis. Alright, so I'll just tell you about the x-axis, which is called abscissa, and y-axis, which is called the ordinate. Sometimes it is a very common question that it should be asked by the examiner that there are the points which are 2,6 and he can ask us to identify where is the abscissa and where is the ordinate. So if we'll just remember them in the terms of x-axis and y-axis, we have to memorize it in a different way or a difficult way. So always remember, x-axis is called the abscissa and y-axis is called the ordinate. So here the abscissa will be 2 and ordinate will be 6. Okay friends, now we will talk about the sign conventions in these quadrants. Okay, first let me name them and after that we will talk about the sign conventions. So this one is called the first quadrant, this one is called the second quadrant, and this one is called the third quadrant, and this one is called the fourth quadrant. Okay, now I will talk about the sign convention. Sign conventions can be written as, I'll just write it in a fast manner so it will take a less time. This will be negative direction of y-axis. Okay, so here we'll talk about the points. This will be plus comma plus. Why this is plus comma plus? This one represents the positive direction of x-axis and this one represents the positive direction of y-axis. Okay, so here we will talk about that we can clearly see that this is the negative direction of x-axis and this one is the positive direction of x-axis. This will be, the points will be minus comma plus. For the third quadrant, this will be minus comma minus, that we can clearly see that this is the negative direction of x-axis and this is the negative direction of y-axis. Okay, so we'll come to the fourth quadrant. We will find that here x is positive and y is negative, so the points will be plus comma minus. So here we can find that the points of the quadrants. Remember friends, it is very important to know about the quadrant, because if you don't understand the sign conventions, you cannot identify to where the following point is going to belong. Suppose that there is a question can ask to you, identify to which quadrant these points belong. Okay, so we have to remember that if we will see these two signs, minus comma minus, always go to the third quadrant and you can easily identify that to which point to which quadrant these points are going to belong. Okay friends, so for an example we can take another term, which is suppose that I have written 7 comma minus 2. So see that here is a plus sign and this one is a minus sign. So plus sign represents where this one, and this is called the, which quadrant is this? This is the fourth quadrant. So you can clearly identify where these points can lie on the quadrant. Okay friends, that's a very good thing we have learnt about this. Okay, now we will come at the basic formula which is related to coordinate geometry, which is called a distance formula. So distance formula, suppose that I have plotted a line and I have let it, this point, let me name it, this one is called A and this one is called B. I have just taken the points x1 comma y1 and the point B has a x2 comma y2. So the distance formula, distance means this point. Okay, so distance formula can be written as AB is equal to under root x2 x2 minus x1 to the whole square and y2 minus y1 to the whole square. You know, sometimes we have a type of difficulty that it should be x1 minus x2 to the whole square or y1 minus y to the whole square. You can write this in this form also, because it doesn't matter that your value after subtracting comes in minus, because when it is going to be square, your answer will always as equal as you apply this or this. Okay, now we will take an example. Suppose that I have considered a line PQ. I have written the form quadrants which is 2, 1 and suppose that 3, 4. And the question is, we have to find the distance between these 2 points, which is P and Q. So the distance point PQ, what is the formula which I have told you? x2 minus x1 to the whole square, or y2 minus y1 to the whole square, or x1 minus x2 to the whole square and y1 minus y to the whole square. You can apply any one of. Okay, so I'll consider it this point x1 and this point is y1 and this point is called x2 and this point is called y2. So according to x2 minus x1 to the whole square and y2 minus y1 to the whole square, we will put the value. x2 is 3, x1 is 2. So minus is in formula, so this will be written as in this form, and if we will see that y2 is 4 and y1 is 1, this will be written in this form. Okay, now we will talk about a little more. I have plotted a root. 3 minus 2 will be 1, 1 to the square will be 1, and 4 minus 1 is will come 3, and 3 to the square will 9. So if we will add it, we will find it root 10. So the answer will be root 10 units. So here we will clearly see, if the examiner asks us to find the distance between the 2 points in coordinate geometry, we have to apply the distance formula, and easily by this formula we can get the desirable answer. Okay friends, this is all for today, and we will meet in our next lesson. Till then, enjoy the coordinate geometry, and thank you for